no, you can brace yourself. Not a review, as you can tell by the title. Not a review. So it is okay. Take a breather from that, and not a promotion. Take a breather from that as well. Just a moment here to it's that time of year again, to basically say thank you, and to kind of take a moment to kind of celebrate. I don't know how much celebrating I really do. Celebrating amongst myself here. But to say, 15 years of HorrO's Gory reviews, and 13 years of promote horror. I don't know that I've done a video for every single one of these. I obviously haven't done reviews I haven't done videos all the time. So I know, back early on, it was kind of writing a thank you, writing about celebrating an anniversary or whatever. I think the last couple of years it's obviously done by video. But yeah, 15 years later, I can't believe I'm still here reviewing movies. I never thought 15 years ago that I would be doing this, and so forth, to kind of do it. And brief history for maybe anybody new following me or following the reviews or following Promote Horror, who may not even realize the two are kind of connected. I know not everybody does. I've tried to kind of bridge that gap more in the last year or two, to bring more unity to both, and sharing vice versa and so forth. But yeah, the review blog started first. That's where I started out. And I promise I'm not going to ramble. I think last year's went on and on and on, or maybe the year before. I keep this brief as possible here. But yeah, it started with reviews, started with HorrO's Gory reviews.blogspot.com. Started with me reviewing, movies here and there. And soon enough, as I told the story before, as I started, doing that and kind of unexpectedly, all I wanted to do was share some thoughts on some movies. It kind of got me to dabble in maybe trying to come up with my own ideas for movies and so forth. And I did write some stuff, but, never kind of ventured down that road. But people kind of started coming to me, and unexpectedly, they wanted support in their books that they were releasing and other films that were short films, which I didn't even know. I'd always been, primed to whatever was in the theater, and all of a sudden this door opened of all these other movies and screeners and, indie horror films and independent films and stuff that I'd never had my eyes open to before. And before I knew it, it just seemed like people needed something, needed help in kind of promoting their kind of stuff, and kind of doing reviews just didn't seem enough, and doing book reviews is just near impossible because I just don't have the time to read, and that's just not for me. I'm more for watching an hour and a half, 2 hour two-hour movie and kind of putting thoughts on it. To read a long book and do that is just not me. But it just seemed like people needed a need for promoting their work, and that's kind of where the idea for Promote Horror came from. And again, with that, 13 years later, I'm not sure that was going to be the plan. But regardless, I'm still here. Lots of ups and downs. I've had to take a break or two along the way. Because of life, life's tough. Life comes and goes and throws things at you. Kind of had to reset a time or two. If you guys watched my video 2 years ago, or I don't know when exactly I did it, but, I kind of let everybody know that I had cancer and went through that, survived that, and, kind of slowed down doing, reviews and promoting during that time. But it just seems like, whatever's happened in my life and so forth, being able to do reviews, being able to promote horror, has always been able to keep my mind in a place away from whatever struggles are going on. So it's been a helpful thing too. So while at first it started out being a fun thing and a way for me to express myself in a genre that I love horror, enjoy horror, always enjoyed horror movies and so forth. So in a space where it became something out of something for me to enjoy, it also became something to keep my mind at peace and away from maybe some of the life's tougher things. I know I've mentioned a lot about sacrifice in previous anniversary posts and so forth, the sacrifice in doing this and things. That's come along the way. I think any of you guys out there who have done podcasts and blogs and websites and anything, even writing the books and doing the films and everything, you guys have sacrificed a lot, time, money, effort, life, lots of things to sacrifice in order to make these things happen, and that's definitely been a thing as well. Every time I come on here and do this, I also say, I never know how much longer I'm gonna go. You hit year 8, year 10, year 12. Now we're at 15 for reviews and 13 for promoting. I don't know when that book is going to close, that chapter is going to end. Obviously, it will, one way or the other. But as long as I'm here and able and can do, and life affords me to do it, and so forth, and again, the sacrifice is there to do it, I'm here. So, like I said, I don't want to ramble too much more, too far on. As always, I definitely want to make sure that I say thank you. Thank you for, any of you out there who've maybe been there at the beginning. I'm not going to have my high hopes to say that people have been with me since day one. I know there are some that have been out there with me for a long time, and long-time supporters. So I definitely appreciate that. I hope that you've appreciated my support as well, and I've given you the support you've needed. Definitely made some friendships over the time. I appreciate that as well, whether it's via the site, via Twitter, via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Had met lots of great people, had some good friendships along the way. I know some people have come and gone off social media, and it's tough to stay on there. So I've known some good people for a while, and then they disappeared into the social media abyss. Fighting that battle is a fight. Social media has changed, daily, weekly, yearly. I continue to say Twitter. I know it's not Twitter anymore. I have my feelings about that. It will always be Twitter for me. I will always say Twitter, but whatever. So ups and downs with that. Lots of friends have come and gone. Lots of sites, podcasts, have come and gone during the time I've been here. So it's been a pleasure to help everybody. In the time I know, again, to do this so long, not everybody can do it so long, and so forth and so forth. But it is what it is. But again, I thank you. I thank you. Whether you've just started watching, last week, and maybe the last video I posted before this one, whether you just followed me on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, any second that you've spent either with HorrO's Gory Reviews, with Promote Horror, or even Dexter. You guys don't even know if Dexter has his own Twitter account. He's my skeleton intern here. He's an additional tool I kind of used to help promote horror. He's there. He complains that he doesn't have an anniversary like the sites do, but he doesn't have his own site or whatever. No, I'm not going to do that for him. I don't have the time to deal with creating a whole site and thing for him. Whatever he does on Twitter, that's all the time I have for him to do. Is all I can manage. Obviously, I have some ideas for him and to do more stuff, but just don't have the time to deal with that. So it is what it is. So, but if you've followed him and whatever, I definitely encourage you to do so as well on Twitter, because he's just another tool I use to kind of spread the horror. and so forth. So, again, regardless of any time you spend, and so forth, on any of the social media, on the site, on the blog, whatever, I truly thank you very much. I hope, if I've promoted something for you, I hopefully it went well. Hopefully I've done something. It always means a lot to me when people give me feedback and say, hey, you helped me do this, you helped me do that. I completely understand that some promotions work better than others. Some work, some don't, for A, B, or C reasons. It's just the way it is. I always try to do the best, try to do as promised. I go extra so many times to do extra stuff and go out of my way and help. Many of you that have done promotions, I've done promotions for. If I see you guys still on social media or whatever, I still try to push your stuff or retweet you guys or give you guys a share. There's people there that have been tagging me on one of the social networks for long periods of time, and I appreciate it. And maybe never have taken a promotion, but I don't care. That's fine. If I can spread the horror for you, I will. You don't have to necessarily have a promotion to do it. I always say, just tag promote horror, and if it's something that I can retweet, reshare, whatever, I will. It's not a big deal. Obviously, the promotions are bigger scale and get more focus, but whatever. Also, if you guys ever have any questions, whatever, email me. You hesitant about it, whatever, you need help with something, whatever, if I can help, I will try to lead you the right way, whether you take a promotion or not. I go to the About page, I promote horror, read through that. If you have any questions, whatever, there are ways on there that you don't have to pay for that I can help. So you guys can go through that. Like I said, use social media, tag me, whatever. But yeah, I'm here for you guys. I sacrifice for you guys and do this a lot for you guys and for myself. It's for myself. Like I said, to clear my head, get me in a good headspace and to enjoy. I enjoy a lot of the stuff I promote. It's I maybe some of the books, promote a lot of books, and there's a lot of books that I would want to read, but I just like I said, I just can't. I wish I did. Lots of great authors out there. We've promoted so many books, so many that look just so awesome, and so many good ideas and stories and stuff like that I really wish I would have had the time to really enjoy, but just unfortunately just can't get into. Just thank you, and like I said, I'm had a lot of health issues as the last couple of years. Right now as I'm doing this, I have an issue with my arm. Obviously, you can't tell here in the video. Since the cancer, I've coming off of that and the chemo or whatever. I've battled ups and downs, and to get back to a good place, I don't think I'll ever be 100%. I don't believe I'll ever be 100% again. The way it was prior, but I fight every day to feel as good as I can and still function here. So I'm still here. Cancer is a horror. It is true horror, and I don't want to get this into a whole cancer speech. I already did that on a previous one, but definitely it is true horror, and I hope you guys. If you guys come across it, it injures, your family, your friends, whatever. My heart is with you. There's all kinds of. It is true horror. I guess that's the simplest ways to say it. So I encourage everybody out there, find a cancer charity or so forth, and give back your time, because. Whether your time, your money, or something, there's Zombie Leader, who is on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and followed him for a long time now, and definitely when I had cancer, he definitely was a support and helped out, and he every year is raising money for that and so forth, going to conventions and so forth. If you've seen me retweet, share, whatever, he has an open access to it. He's tagged me for a long time now, and it's more than my pleasure to always share whatever event he's at and whatever he's raising money for cancer. It's funny how, not funny, but I did that for a long time for him with no strings attached, and then long and behold, I got cancer, and now it's even more important that I share his stuff. So that's just the how it kind of worked out. You never know. So, I know lots of people complain about social media. Social media can be tough. It is tough. It can open the doors to lots of bad stuff and people you don't want to talk to and stuff you don't want to listen to. But it can also lead to good stuff and good friendships. And I'm very thankful for a lot of the stuff, a lot of the people I've met, a lot of the people I've come across here on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and the friendships and so forth. I've gotten to meet some people out there in the world and so forth. So it is good. It can be a good place, and I know it's hard for some of you guys to stick to and so forth. But it can be worth it. So I hope you guys do. So yeah, now I'm rambling. I promised I wouldn't do this, and I'm going down that avenue. But yeah, so I'll wrap it up. So again, 15 years now of HorrO's, Gory reviews.blogspot.com and reviewing. 13 years of promoting horror. It's been definitely an adventure. It's been a pleasure. I thank you guys again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for any of the support and so forth over the years. And we'll see. We'll see if I'm here doing this again for a 16 and 14. We'll see. You never know what life has for you. With that, again, I will have the links to everything down below. So in case you missed a connection here or there, looking for a place to maybe find me, maybe you're on Instagram, you don't know that I'm on Twitter, or vice versa, or here or there, I'll try to have that all down below for you guys to sort out. And again, if I can help promote something or review something for you guys, you'll have all those links to reach out. The comment section is there. Go to the website, go to the blog. There's emails there. Feel free to reach out to me. And I'm always up for any recommendations you guys have, things I can do better or whatever. Feel free to at any time. Let me know. I know things are not perfect on the blog. I know things are not perfect at Promote Horror. There's things I wish I could do, change, blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is. And to my knowledge and to what I can do and different factors, everything is where it is and can do. So, yeah, I know there can be improvements. I'm well aware of that. But if I'm always open for feedback, please let me know. And if it is something I can do, I will do, and so forth. So with that, again, thank you. And I encourage everybody out there to spread the horror, not only what I'm sharing, but what from other people are sharing. Follow the lead here. It's all about spreading the horror and helping out your fellow horror fan here. So yeah, with that, I'll either catch you on the next review, catch you on the next social media, catch you on promoting horror. But yeah, I'll catch you out there. So thank you again, horror fans.